let's take a look at this wonderful little game from Frederick Serval and GMT. I saw online that there was a bit of confusion about how to pronounce the title of this game, so I thought I'd clear that up before we begin. It's Robin Hood. Robin is an abbreviated term of the word robbing, which means to take something illegally or to take something by force. Whereas hood is that part of your coat that you pull up over your head. So it's Robin Hood. So the title of the game is A Gest of Robin Hood. Coin games have always been fascinating to me. Fascinating in that I'm interested in them, interested enough to try them, but I've never enjoyed playing them. And I know some people talk about how brilliant they are, but I've always found them to be long, boring, slow, and just not worth the time investment. And then someone was telling me about this game and they said it was coin light, 2-player head-to-head. And I thought I'd give it a go. I've now played it 5 times and I'm already looking forward to playing it again. Now, when you first open the box, you'll see that there is a board, of course. And then we have a playbook, a learn to play book, a rules of play book, a playbook, a learn to play book, and then finally a rules of play book. In this game, you play as either Robin Hood and his merry men, who want to tip the scales towards justice, or the Sheriff of Nottingham, who is all about law and order. The Robin Hood player, running amok and causing mischief in the forests, can gain justice by robbing carriages and travellers, inspiring the locals and establishing camps. The Sheriff player, on the other hand, can gain order by destroying camps, successfully bringing carriages to Nottingham, and by keeping the local parishes submissive. And the thing I love about this game is how quickly it gets started. The Robin Hood player always begins, and that player might recruit some merry men or build a camp, rob a traveller or something. But then the Sheriff player, they come in and they confiscate from 2 parishes, creating carriages of goods that will then travel to Nottingham, giving the Sheriff player order and money. And right away, the Robin Hood player has to start thinking, how can I ambush these carriages? How can I stop them from getting to Nottingham? The game just gets straight to it. But there's another layer to consider. The Sheriff has 6 carriages to choose from. 2 give money, 2 give an order bonus, and the last 2 are trap carriages. These are decoys used to capture Robin Hood and his merry men and send them to prison. This is just the beginning of the game, mind you, and players are already thinking about bluffs and double bluffs. Why is this carriage travelling without protection? Why does this carriage have 2 henchmen with it? Which one is bait? What if they're both traps? The second thing I love about this game is by confiscating from a parish, the Sheriff player loses that parish's support and they go into revolt. So the Sheriff is always playing this balancing act. They want to confiscate as much as possible, but if they do it too much, they'll suffer when the royal inspection comes around. You see, the Sheriff will be assessed 3 times in the game, twice by royal inspection and one final time when King Richard returns. And they will either gain or lose order based on the number of submissive parishes. So the Sheriff player is trying to take as much as they can, while at the same time also trying not to throw the whole land into revolt. And as they try to manage this, there's little Robin Hood, up to no good, sneaking around, creating problems. That henchman you sent to Retford to re-establish order, he's just been convinced to join Robin Hood's band. And the merry men you locked up in prison, well, they've just escaped, and they're planning to rob this undefended carriage. It might be worth sending your entire force out to catch Robin Hood and throw him in prison, but then Nottingham will be left undefended. So that's the second thing I love about this game, is is that balancing act that the sheriff is trying to manage, while Robin Hood runs amok in the forest, causing all these problems. Now, I haven't covered everything in the game, but this one gets a glowing review from me. It's very fun and funny as well. The rules are simple enough, and it's perfect for someone like me. That is, someone who has been interested in these counterinsurgency type games, but always found them to be too long and boring in terms of the moment-to-moment gameplay. So that's a Gest of Robin Hood. I recommend you give it a go.